from McKinney North High School, you're watching NTV with Matthew Abels and Ailey Hendricks.
Coming up today, we'll talk with a teacher about her dramatic medical experience.
We'll feature some teachers turned administrators.
We'll find out how one sophomore is taking his love of music to the next level.
And we'll take a look at the rigorous training regimen of the cross-country team.
All this and more, starting right now on NTV.
Good morning, McKinney North. I'm Ailey Hendricks.
And I'm Matthew Abels.
Athletic trainer Coach Leo recently had a brain aneurysm and is on the road to recovery. Incidentally, math teacher Miss Sikdar had a brain aneurysm a few years ago. Ginger Sparks has the story.
Algebra 1 teacher Miss Sikdar suffered a subarachnoid brain hemorrhage 4 years ago. What followed was a long recovery process, and it all began when she had a debilitating headache.
I was at home and I was brushing my teeth, getting ready for bed, and all of a sudden it felt like something exploded in my head. And it was, the pain was like really, really bad. I couldn't even move.
Though she was in a lot of pain, it took Miss Sikdar a while to realize the seriousness of the situation.
When I woke up in the morning, it turned out that I still had a lot of pain and I was nauseous. So then I went to the emergency room in the morning.
Shortly after Miss Sikdar arrived at the emergency room, her doctors rushed her into care.
They took me and got a CT scan right away, and they said, oh yeah, you're hemorrhaging, you're bleeding. And they took me from that hospital directly to downtown Baylor, and they kept me in ICU for a while.
What made the situation scarier was that doctors didn't know what caused the hemorrhage.
It was out of the blue. Like I had regular checkups done, my cholesterol was normal, I didn't have high blood pressure, nothing. It was just a fluke. Like they couldn't figure out why I had it.
The cause remains unclear, but Ms. Sikdar says she learned a valuable lesson that she tries to teach others.
And luckily, this is something that everyone should know, is if you ever have a headache like that, you should directly go to the emergency room and never take ibuprofen. Luckily, I didn't take ibuprofen, because if I would have, I probably would not have woken up the next day.
Ms. Sikdar says that some familiar faces supported her and her family during her recovery.
How McKinney North always says that everyone's a family here. At that time, it felt like a family. Like they took care of my family. Like I didn't have to worry because they were there.
While Ms. Sikdar's health is now stable, athletic trainer Coach Leo is still in the rehabilitation process. If you would like to see updates on her condition, you can visit caringbridge.com and do a search for Alicia Leo. This has been Ubaldo Macias and Ginger Sparks for NTV.
With the departure of Miss York and Miss Garner and the addition of 3 new assistant principals, there have been many changes to the administration staff. However, what you may not know is that the 3 new assistant principals were once teachers in the district. You may not know this, but all administrators in Texas are required to teach for 3 years before becoming an administrator. One of our new administrators put in his teaching time right here at North. Former biology teacher Mr. Moliere is in his first year as an administrator, and he says the transition has kept him busy.
We spend a lot of time checking in with people, because everybody has their needs every day, because you guys are in school. Every day comes with its challenges, and all of the challenges aren't negative, but they're challenges.
Former English teacher Mr. Walker has years of administration under his belt. He says being an administrator keeps his days interesting.
A lot of what we handle in administration tends to be more reactionary. So as a teacher, it was lots of planning and lots of work on the front end so that my day was smooth, so that the kids were able to learn. And I think this is almost the opposite.
Each administrator here at North has different levels of experience. Psychology teacher Mr. Solano is in the process of becoming one. Last year's Teacher of the Year says he's looking forward to reaching people in a new way.
Being able to work with teachers and help them become better teachers, being able to work with students and help them become better students and better people as they're going through the high school process and being sent out into the world to be a young adult.
Both Mr. Moliere and Mr. Solano have different motivations when it comes to working with high school students.
But I do want to work with high school students. That's what I've done since I have started teaching, and this is where I feel the most comfortable and feel like I want to be.
I've always wanted to help students. I've always wanted to be in the face of young people and try to be that influence.
All truly great teachers have a passion for their job. These administrators agree that that type of dedication applies to them as well.
Right now it has become my passion. This is what I want to do. I know that this is where I'm feeling led to go, and I'm excited about it. So I expect that it will be my passion once I get my job and experience in the field. But just like teaching is now my passion.
I think I'm lucky in that I get to come to work and enjoy what I do every single day. You know, I don't ever dread coming to work. You know, I enjoy it. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy being around you guys. I enjoy being around the teachers.
While Mr. Molier's devotion is broader than that.
No, people would be the passion. Yeah, that's the reason why I got into teaching. That's the reason why I'm in administration now, and it's the outside of school things that I do. It's the reason why I do those too. People is the passion.
This has been Ailey Hendricks for NTV.
For many of us, listening to music is such an important part of our lives that we spend the majority of our days with earbuds in our ears. Sarah Taylor has the story about a North student who would rather spend that time making music.
While many think of music as a simple way to relax, sophomore Declan Williamson takes it a little more seriously and makes his own music.
So I produce electronic music on the computer. So basically that's about as broad as any type of music can get.
Declan says his biggest inspiration for making music comes from close to home.
Probably my parents, just because they're both classically trained musicians.
Unlike many, Declan started this hobby all on his own.
Yes, I started teaching myself around 2 years ago, and I've just been doing everything on my own since then.
Electronic music is a very different form of music, but Declan explains what really sets it apart from other genres.
The interesting thing about electronic music and what makes it so unique is that there's really no boundaries or rules that are holding you back.
Declan explains that what he does helps him to meet and connect with many people.
I feel like electronic music and just music writing in general affects my relationships with others because it gives me a kind of a medium to relate to a lot of different people.
Declan plans to soon take his talents to the stage and share it with others.
So I'm currently working with a venue in Frisco to put on a show in spring of next year.
Declan has high hopes for scheduling a show soon and explains what one could expect from coming to his show.
So a lot of what I like to do is visual stuff that goes with my music, and I think that that's something that I would pursue in the case of a show.
Every musician creates music with a specific purpose in mind, but Declan's is something special.
My ultimate goal is to just, for someone to appreciate it. I think that's all that really matters. If one person appreciates it, then my goal is completed, really.
This is Sarah Taylor for NTV.
And now here's Cameron Govan with sports.
Thanks, Ailey. The big event this week is the Crosstown Showdown. Both the volleyball and the football team will be taking on the Lions of McKinney High tonight. The Lady Bulldogs volleyball team will be going up against a strong Lions team. The record is 6-4 in the district, but the Lady Bulldogs aren't that far off with the district record of 5-5. See them duke it out tonight at 5:30 at McKinney High. Then head over to Ronpo where the football team will have their own showdown against the Lions. The last time the Bulldogs and Lions went head-to-head was in 2011, when North came out on top with a score of 34-24. North is headed into this game with a district record of 2-1, while McKinney High is 1-2. We'll see if North can continue their success against this longtime rival. Kickoff is at 7:30. While the Crosstown Showdown is a tradition we are celebrating this week, the tennis team kept their winning tradition alive. They brought home the district title for the 9th time in 14 years. They are now gearing up for the regional tournament, which will start on Tuesday and end on Thursday. That's all for sports. Now back to you.
On Monday, Columbus Day was celebrated in the United States. I hit the hallways of McKinney North to ask students what their thoughts were about the holiday. How did you celebrate the major holiday on Monday?
Oh, I went crazy, you know?
What holiday was it? Do you not know?
No, I don't.
Oh my gosh. Did you know that Christopher Columbus has never even been in North America?
Are you serious?
I am serious. How crazy is that?
No, that's
This
crazy.
is so ridiculous.
Are you serious?
I am completely
Oh my
serious.
God.
Oh my gosh. What 3 ships did Columbus sail on?
The Mayflower, no. I give up.
What do you think of Christopher Columbus? How did you celebrate the holiday last Monday?
I celebrated the holiday by eating lots of food.
What holiday was it?
You know, it was really...
Do you not know?
I do know.
Oh my gosh, what is it then?
I don't know, I lied to you.
What three ships did Columbus sail on? Christopher Columbus has never even been in North America. What do you think of this? Huh? What three ships did Columbus sail on?
Scare me like that.
How did you celebrate the major holiday on Monday?
What holiday?
What do you mean, what holiday? South Dakota, Alaska, and Hawaii don't celebrate Columbus Day. What do you think of this?
I don't go to this school.
I don't care. What three ships did Columbus sail on?
I don't know, Matthew.
Christopher Columbus has never even been in North America. What do you think of this tragedy?
It's terrible.
It is terrible. What three ships did Columbus sail on?
Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria.
Oh my gosh, amazing. That's all we have for you today.
For more news and sports information, follow us on Twitter at MNHSNTV.
Thanks for watching.
And now we'll leave you with a slideshow of some of North's homecoming proposals.